chapter, exercise 4.3, ninth question. Two water taps together can fill a tank in 3/8 hours. There are two taps. Together they fill the entire tank in this much time. The tap of larger diameter takes 10 hours less than the smaller one. So imagine these are the two taps. One is of larger diameter, the other one is a smaller diameter. Because it is larger, it fills faster and it takes 10 hours less than the smaller one. Find the time taken in which each tap can separately fill the tank. Okay. So let x be the time taken by the smaller tap to fill the tank. So we have taken x is the time taken by the smaller tap to fill the tank. The larger tap takes 10 hours less. Therefore, x minus 10 is the time taken by the larger tap to fill the tank. The first one is smaller, the other one is larger. This is filled in x hours. Therefore, in 1 hour, what is the part of the tank filled? It is 1 upon x. Similarly, the larger tap fills 1 upon x minus 10 part of the tank in 1 hour. For x hours, the entire tank. Therefore, for 1 hour, how much? 1 upon x. X minus 10 hours for the entire tank. Therefore, in 1 hour, it is 1 upon x minus 10. So, in 3/8 hours, both the taps fill the entire tank. That is the question given. Both the taps together can fill a tank in 3/8 hours. The same thing is written here. So, if the entire tank is filled in so much time, in 1 hour, what is the part of the tank filled? It is 1 divided by 3/8 part of the tank. Taking the reciprocal and converting this mixed number to improper, we get 7 upon 5. So, this is the part of the tank filled by the smaller tap in 1 hour. This is part of the tank filled by the larger tap in 1 hour. This is together both smaller and the larger diameter in 1 hour. Therefore, 1 upon x plus 1 upon x minus 10 is equal to what? Equal to 8 upon 75. Now, using this equation, we have to find the value of x. So, we are going to solve this. We find LCM. LCM is x into x minus 10. We get x minus 10 in the first numerator. In the second numerator, x, which is equal to 8 upon 75. X plus x is 2x minus 10 upon x square minus 10x is equal to 8 upon 75. Now we do cross multiplication. 75 2s are 150x minus 750 is equal to 8x square minus 80x. I take these two terms to the right hand side. We get 8x square minus 80x minus 150x plus 750 equal to 0. This 0 can be taken here also. Therefore, we get 8x square. Both the terms are minus. Therefore, adding we get minus 230x plus 750 equal to what? Equal to 0. Here, to find the roots, we can use either factorization method or quadratic formula method. Wherever factorization is possible, easier we go for factorization. It takes less time. If it is not possible, in that case, we can prefer quadratic formula method. Here, I take factorization method. The numbers are minus 200x minus 30x plus 750 equal to 0. If we add, we are getting minus 230. Multiply these two and see, you will get this number correctly. Therefore, pairing the first two and the last two, we get here, what is the common term? 8x is the common term. It is x minus 25 minus, what is the common term here? 30 is the common term. X minus 25 is equal to what? Equal to 0. Therefore, we get x minus 25 into 8x minus 13 equal to what? Equal to 0. Equating each factor to 0, we get x minus 25 equal to 0 or 8x minus 13 equal to 0. So x is equal to 25 or x is equal to 30 upon 8. So x is equal to 25 or x is equal to 15 upon 4. X is equal to 3.75. Okay. So we got the value of x. X is the time taken by the smaller tap. We got two values for the smaller tap. Now corresponding time of the larger tap should be found. Therefore, if x equal to 25, what is the time taken by the larger tap? It is x minus 10. Therefore, 25 minus 10, which is equal to 15. If x equal to 3.75, right, then x minus 10 is equal to 3.75 minus 10, which is a negative number. Time taken cannot be negative, therefore this we are not going to accept. We are going to take only this pair. Therefore, time taken by the smaller tap is equal to x, which is equal to 15 hours, and time taken by the larger tap is equal to x minus 10, which is equal to smaller tap is 25. Here it is 25 minus 10, which is equal to 15 hours. So this is the time taken by the smaller tap and this is the time taken by the larger tap. Hope you understood why this is not acceptable, because x is 3.75 minus 10 gives 6.25, which is a negative number. Minus 6.25 will get, which is a negative number, and time cannot be negative, therefore we are not accepting this. Therefore we take x is equal to 25. X equal to 25 is the time taken by the smaller tap, and for the larger tap it is x minus 10, therefore we get it is equal to 15 hours. Exercise 4.3 10th problem. An express train takes 1 hour less than a passenger train to travel 132 km between Mysore and Bangalore. If the average speed of the express train is 11 km per hour more than that of the passenger train, find the average speed of both the trains. So there are two trains here, one is a passenger train, the other one is an express train. So any one train speed we can fix it as x. I take, let the speed of the passenger train is x km per hour. Distance traveled by the passenger train is 132 km. We know a formula relating time, distance and what, and speed. We know time is equal to distance upon speed. What is the distance covered? 132. And what is the speed? Speed is equal to x. Therefore, time taken by the passenger train to travel 132 kilometer at the speed of x is 132 upon x. This is for the passenger train. Now we come to the express train. What is the speed of the express train? Speed of the express train is 11 kilometer per hour more than the speed of the passenger train. So it is the speed of the passenger train plus what? Plus 11. This is the speed of the express train. Therefore, time taken by the express train also covers the same distance. Therefore, the distance is 132 and the speed is what? X plus 11. Right? Yes. Where more time is taken, here it goes faster. Therefore, express train takes less time and the passenger train takes more time. Therefore, according to the data, 132 upon x minus 132 upon x plus 11. What is the time taken given? It is 1 hour. Therefore, it is 1 hour. Therefore, we are going to solve this by finding LCM. So, 132 is common, that I take it out for both the numerators. X plus 11 comes in the first numerator minus the second numerator, which is x, upon x into x plus 11 is equal to 1. You can see these two are getting cancelled. It is 132 into 11 is equal to x square plus what? Plus 11x. So taking this to the other side, we'll get x square plus 11x, multiply 132 with 11. It is 1452. So minus 1452 equal to what? Equal to 0. Now getting the factors of x square plus 11x minus 1452, we get, here too we can use either factorization method or formula method to find out the value of x. If we don't get by factorization, in that case you can try formula method. So the factors are, I write the equation again, x square plus 11x minus 1452 equal to what? Equal to 0. The factors are x square plus 44x minus 33x minus 1452 equal to what? Equal to 0. Taking the common term, x into x plus 44, x is common here. Here minus 33 is common, x plus 44 equal to 0. Therefore, x minus 33 into x plus 44 equal to 0. Equating each term to 0, we get x equal to 33 or x is equal to minus 44. X is the speed of the train, therefore it cannot be negative. Therefore, dropping this number, we get x equal to 33. Therefore, speed of the passenger train is, what is the speed of the passenger train we have taken? It is x, which is equal to 33 kilometer per hour. And speed of the express train is x plus 11. X is 33 plus 11, which is equal to 44 kilometer per hour. Exercise 4.3 11th problem is sum of means total of the areas of two squares is 468 meters square. If the difference of their perimeter means perimeter of the bigger square minus perimeter of the smaller square is given 24 meter. Question is find the sides of the two squares. So here there are two squares, one is bigger, the other one is smaller. We are going to fix any one's side as x. I take let x be the side of the smaller square. If x is the side of the smaller square, what will be its perimeter? Therefore, perimeter of smaller square is, we know to get the perimeter we have to multiply the side by 4. X is the side. Therefore, what is the perimeter of the smaller square? 4 into side, which is equal to what? Equal to 4x. And what is given? Given is perimeter of the bigger square minus perimeter of the smaller square is equal to how much given? Equal to 24. Perimeter of the bigger square we don't know. Therefore, I write as it is. Perimeter of the bigger square. What is perimeter of the smaller square we have found? It is 4x. So, we are going to substitute this by the term 4x equal to what? Equal to 24. Therefore, perimeter of the bigger square is 24 plus what? Plus 4x. Therefore, side of the bigger square is, to find perimeter we have to multiply by 4. From perimeter when we find the side, remember we have to divide by 4. So, side of the bigger square is perimeter divided by 4, which is 24 plus 4x upon 4. 4 is the common term. We will get 6 plus x upon 4, which is equal to what? Equal to 6 plus x. Hope you understood. X is the side of the smaller square. To find perimeter of any square, we should multiply the side by 4. Therefore, multiplying we get it is equal to 4x. Perimeter of the bigger square minus perimeter of the smaller square is equal to what? Equal to 24. What is given in the question? We have copied. Perimeter of the smaller square we have found 4x, that is substituted, which is equal to 24. Therefore, perimeter of the bigger square is, we get this much. So, from perimeter we have to get the side. Therefore, dividing this by 4, we get side of the bigger square. So, we got the side of the smaller square and the bigger square. Next, we have to find out the areas, right? Okay. What is the area of the smaller square? Area of smaller square is x square, and area of the bigger square is, we know area of the square is a side square. Area of the bigger square is 6 plus x, or we say x plus 6 the whole square, right? So, we got the area of both the square. What is the question given? Sum of the areas is 468. Sum of the areas. The areas are x square and x plus 6 the whole square. So, what do you mean by sum of the areas? Area of the smaller square plus area of the bigger square is equal to what? Equal to 468. So, opening the bracket, we get x square plus 12x plus 36 minus 468 equal to what? Equal to 0. A plus b the whole square we have used here. So, it is 2x square plus 12x plus number and minus number. Therefore, subtracting, we get minus 432 equal to what? Equal to 0. So, all the terms are divisible by 2. We can divide each and every term by 2. We get x square plus 6x minus 216 equal to what? Equal to 0. So, we got a quadratic equation. with 3 terms. Therefore, we can go for splitting the middle term. The numbers are plus 18 minus 12. We get plus 6. Multiply and see. 36, 18, 6, 1, 2, 216. Right. Therefore, the factors are here x plus 18 into x minus 12 equal to 0. So, x equal to minus 18 or x is equal to 12. Two values we have got. What this x represents the side of the square which cannot be negative. Therefore, we consider x equal to 12. Therefore, x is equal to what? Equal to 12. Therefore, side of the smallest square is x, which is equal to 12 meter, and side of the biggest square is, how much we took? X plus 6. 12 plus 6, which is equal to 18 meters.